This skin doesn't have any foundation on, not even a drop. My name is Elena and I'm a professional makeup artist, and today I want to talk about the bare face. Because sometimes on the editorial of fashion photography and almost every time when we're doing film photography, we don't want to see any foundation of the skin. We want to see the rawness and the bareness of the face with these little nuances of the colors, little freckles. And foundation is not always the answer. So today I want to show you everything that I know about the bare face and face without any foundation on, and I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you so much. So I'm starting with moisturizing toner, just to take everything off Sveta's face, because I know that she's a little bit on the drier side. So we will put a lot of the effort into putting this moisture back into her face. My next step will be Medicube Milky Toner. It has amazing texture, and I think I'm gonna do maybe 2 layers of this, and I'm just taking it to my palms and I'm pressing it into the skin to give maximum of the glow. And it has a lot of niacinamide in it to make the skin barrier as good as new, as we can see it. So on set, you're probably working with something and some product that you truly believe in, because I feel like it's very risky to take some new products or the products with some components that just don't suit model's face. And you're working with a new person every time. So just keep it very basic, no retinol, no nothing. Just maybe a little bit of peptides, niacinamide, something very calming and something very moisturizing. Okay. The next product that I'm using is this CC Red Correct ERBORIAN. It's sort of BB cream, but I would say it's very green. So it has this components to make our skin flawless and has a little bit of the coverage. And I will take it just a little bit on the redness that we have. We don't want to put foundation today at all, but we still want to have something, a little bit of the color correction going on. So I'm putting it around the nose and a little bit here when I see more redness. And Sveta has amazing skin, and I love her freckles and her just natural glow that she has. So I'm taking the least amount possible and just working it through the face. And I'm working from the other side, once again a little bit around the nose, to the redness of the cheek, tiny bit on the bridge here, and I want to use something a little bit around the eye area of the color correction product too, and I'm starting off with this Huda product, and I'm taking it on the synthetic brush, and it's very pink, but we will use a tiny bit of it, and can you look up for me, just here in the corner when we can see a little bit of the violet pigment. And once again I'm applying this with a brush and tapping a little bit of it with a finger. Just like that, and with another side. And then I'm jumping to the concealer, and I'm using Natasha Denona one. It is very full coverage, but we will use a tiny bit of it. So one more time, very soft layers. And we will use just a touch to put a little bit more around the nose and around the eyes, just here when we see a tiny bit of the darkness. And you will still see all the freckles, all the lovely colors of the face, but it won't be flat. Mm-hmm. and a tiny bit here, because I want to lift this area up a little bit more. And I'm taking the same concealer and putting it a little bit on the blemish here. Just tapping it in. And can you look up for me? And now we will prep the lip with a little bit of the lip mask. This is from Laneige, their night lip balm. Although we don't have foundation today on the face, we still really want to see all the definitions. So I'm taking a liquid bronzer and I'll apply it on the highest points of Sveta's face, just to give some definition and warmth. More, because you know that on camera, usually the face is a little bit more flat than in real life. So we want to put something that will show the dimensions. And now I want to add a little bit more of a blush. And today we will use the Sweetie from Saie. And I'm taking off a little bit on the back of my hand. And I will apply it a little bit higher than the natural flush of Sveta. A little bit here. Because we want to lift the face a little. And I'm taking everything through the whole face. So I'm putting a little bit to the eyes, a little bit here on the temples, tiny bit to the bridge of the nose. So the color can travel through the face. And from another side. And now we want to mattify a little bit the T-zone. So I'm taking the fixing powder, and this is from Makeup Forever, and I'm just roughly applying it a little bit on the T-zone and under the eyes. First of all, to help the fix evergreen product that we have. And secondly, just to look beautiful in the camera, not to give this super wet finish. Because we want to be matte outside. No, because we want to be glowy outside and a little bit more matte here. And to bring even more dew, I'll use the Chanel stick in transparent, and I'm taking it a little bit on my hand, and you see it gives like very glowy, almost wet texture, but it doesn't destroy all the products that we have underneath. And I'll put it through the highest points of the cheeks, just here, to give us even more definition when Sveta will turn her face around on camera. And a little bit to the ear and a touch on the nose. We can even put it a little bit on the eyes. Can you close? Just here in the center. And will give a very slight difference, but it still be super visible. To finish off our no foundation makeup look, I'll just apply a little bit of the eyebrow pencil, just to give us a little bit more definition. Now I'll use tiny brush strokes because I want to fill this little baby part here from the second point of the brow and longer, further. And I'm using not very ashy gray. I would say that it has a tiny bit of the warmth, just because of Sveta has very warm skin tone. And I can see in her hair a little bit more warmth too. And we're finishing off our eyebrows with a little bit of the brow wax. It's tinted, so I'm just putting it along all the brow hairs. And I really love that it has a little bit of the fixing power too. So it's not only the color, but the fixing brow hairs to the direction that we need. Just like this. And we're finishing off with this lip gloss, it's Tower 28, just to have something on the lip. Because I feel this rosy shade will go super beautiful with our blush and bronzer. And it's very similar to the shade that Sveta already has in her face. Her own blush color, I mean the natural one, and her own lip color. Our skin is finished, and I really enjoyed doing this look together with you and with Sveta. And next time we're coming back with the same model, but we will do something more dramatic. And I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys.